Hello, this is Kenneth Clark, Clark's Painting and Remodeling. I'm going to give you vital keys on stripping and refinishing and restaining your kitchen cabinets and drawers. There I was just showing you some super stripper. We took a roller, applied some of that stripper in a gallon bucket and got one of those little wiener rollers, the small rollers, and saturated that and then just lay it on the surface. And also make sure if the interior of the drawer is not going to be, if it's plastic or laminate, make sure you cover it with paper. And you can see I'm rolling on now. After I rolled it on, you gotta let it activate. And I took a little plastic scraper. They sell them at the paint stores just for stripping. And you can see that tray was filling up. Just barely scrape it. It comes right off. Now that's a steel wool. That's coarse. That's the more coarse you can get it. And there after now I'm applying the stain, and you can notice I go around the edges first, and when you apply the stain, you got to make sure you go with the grain of the wood. It's just like when you sand. We had already sanded those doors after we had finished. And then once you apply the stain, you dip your rag in the stain, make sure the stain is stirred up, and you can see a better, clearer picture of what I'm doing. I got the rag saturated with stain, and I just went with the grain of the wood. And now I took a cleaner rag and went back and wiped with the grain of the wood. And now I'm taking out scratches. Sometimes you got glue. You got to do a wet sand in order to get those out. You can't dry sand it. Now I'm varnishing. I'm laying it down. This is an easier way of doing it. You see, I went across the grain on the end, but I'm going to pull it back straight. And then I went to the edges, and you brush with the grain. Only when you're at the top and the end of the door, you can go against the grain, but I'm going to come back, I'm going to straighten it out, and you're not going to see that. The purpose of doing that is making sure you get the ends very well. See, I'm just dipping it in there, brushing it down, top to bottom, just going back and forward, top to bottom. You got to make sure there's no dry spots, and the way you tell that is you kind of tilt it a little bit. I'll show you in the video, and look down the side. So this varnish polyurethane, it dries fast, so you got to really work it. You can see how I'm bringing the brush all the way. You notice I went across grain at the top and the bottom, but now I'm pulling it back. So now I'm showing you after I've done the top, you could stand it up. You got to hold it with one hand. Same method. It's just you really got to be skilled at it. It's better for homeowners that have really never done it is to lay them down and then come back the next day and do the other side. But I'm real skilled. I've been doing this 25 years plus years, so me and my guys, we know. I want to thank you for stopping in.